Hello, everybody. This is Joanne Ewing with Reach the Unlimited. And hi, Barrett and Michelle. I see. I see you've been wondering where I'm at. Yes, sorry. I was in the middle of a project and I was running late, so I got on here as fast as I could. So I'm here. I'm not done setting up, but I'm here for whoever's here. I'm assuming it's Barrett and Michelle. I'm finishing up setting up my cards. So yesterday I had my guest had to cancel, so I thought I was too tired yesterday to do readings. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do it today. And then today got away from me, and it is what it is. So, hi, Sue. How are you? Hi, Michelle. I hope, oh, there's only one person, so it's either Sue or Michelle. Or I'm not seeing you both, because that's happened before too. I hope Perette is here. She's my gatekeeper. She's the one who takes care of me, make sure I stay on target. How are you guys doing? Let me get, oh, hold on. I need to have paper. I don't have any paper here. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get paper. So, yay, you're here. Hi, Cassandra. Hold on, I got to go get some paper. I need something to write on. This is what happens when I'm disshuffled. All right, here I come. Okay, I'm back. All right, you guys. So, how are you all doing? What is happening with everybody? I don't know if you guys have seen. Oh, I forgot to turn my little guy on. Oh, I'll turn him on later. That Facebook has its own Twitter. You guys are all on YouTube. Yay! I just stick more on YouTube. Has its own Twitter kind of thing called Thread. If you guys haven't heard of it, I checked it out. I started tweeting or I don't know, threading. I started threading today. Have you guys heard of that? Oh, shoot. No, I haven't. Okay. 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 Pen. You can tell I'm organized today, right? Okay. You've not heard of it. Yes, it's new. It's an app. So you get that, download the app, and then you can start threading. It was amazing. I don't know. I'm going to start playing on it, see what it's like. I look like a hot mess today. Try it out. Yeah, check it out. It's there's a lot of people on there already, and it's only like 2 days old. I don't remember how I came across hearing about it. I don't know that I think it's any more safe than or better than Twitter. I mean, I don't know. Same people, same kind of people, I should say. Hold on, I'm pulling out. What cards do I need? Anyway, so how are you all doing? What's happening with you guys? What's the latest with you guys? 4 of you are here. Who is all here? I know Cassandra's here. I know Parrot is here. I have a pen that's not writing. Yay. Yeah, you do. You connect through Instagram. I know, right, Michelle? Same old is correct. Hold on, I gotta get a pen that actually writes. Okay. Oh, how did it go, Pirette? How did the theta healing go? That's always very healing. Let me see. Let me put your names down. Yeah, I guess do it from the top. You guys had a great conversation, wondering where the heck I was. You know, you have one of those times where you're supposed to do something and everything falls apart at one time. Well, that's what happened today. And Cassandra. And Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. I'm glad it felt good. You feel lighter. Oh, that's really good. I have you, Sue. You're after Michelle. So I do have you. And yeah. So I don't have a specific question today. If you guys want to ask a question, we can start with you, Brett, and then Michelle, and then Sue, Cassandra, and Jacqueline, and see how long I go. So if you have a question, put your question in there in the chat. Jacqueline, you got to hop on over to YouTube. Everybody else is over there. You're the only one on Facebook. Just an FYI, in case that matters. It may not matter. So, you know what I thought was very interesting? Okay. We don't want you to feel all alone over there in Facebook land. What does this week look for you? Let's see. What does this week look like for? I'm going to use my naughty cards, but my naughty cards aren't going to have profanity in it. It's going to have something else. Let's try these cards for you, period. Let's see. These are kind of fun. I need this to be back a little further. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, my dress is a mess. I don't even know. I'm a hot mess today. Let's see for Brett. What does this week? Oh, Jacqueline. She's joined us on the YouTube page. I was like, why are there two pictures of Jacqueline? Because she has a different picture for every platform. If Marsha was listening, she'd be yelling at me. She hates it when I do that. That's interesting. So what I'm seeing really is about the love that you're coming back to yourself with. Like coming back to yourself, Pirette. This is what you're going to be facing right now, is coming back to really getting, because you've had all these different things that were going on before, right? Which I find very interesting. The first one is about the love, right? You've got your husband behind you, which is very poignant to the moment. He's behind you. As you move forward to get to know, I'm throwing cards around, as you get to know who you are, because look at how your hands are crossed and you're contemplating where do you go and what do you do now? And yet you have this whole healing process that's going on within you, which is really hitting all different levels of who you are and coming back to the truth of who you are. Really, I feel this like gentle kindness in self, about coming back to self and connecting back to the heart space of who you really are, really getting in touch with that part of you as you go through this journey, and you really come back to really trusting, right? As you know, you have the help from above, you have all your leagues of helpers on the other side that are helping you to move forward as you come to connection with self. And really, your whole journey right now is going to be about patience with self. It's going to be about putting yourself first. What I love about this card in procrastination isn't about you procrastinating. It's about you procrastinating for you, like not putting other things in front of what is the need of you at the moment of this time, which is really, good, good. I love this first card for you, really, when it comes to that direction of where you're going. But this is what you really have to, this is your key right now. You have to procrastinate. You have to put everything in the next couple, I want to say months is what I'm hearing. You have to put everything behind you and only focus on the healing part of you, really coming back to the healing side as they help you and they move forward in your healing, which is coming from, see, healing isn't about, oh, I'm going to be better. Healing is about understanding what choices you have and how to make it. Healing is not worrying about other people or other things, but doing what is in right action for yourself. Healing is about you being able to speak your truth and you being able to say, this is what's important to me. That's the healing. When we feel like we need to be physically healed, then it's because there's something missing within us that we're not honoring for ourselves, that we're not taking into account for ourselves. Because when we take care of ourselves, it's like the airplane with the oxygen mask. When we put it on ourselves first, then we can help other people. But if we're depleted and not able to help other people because we're too much into like survival mode, and then we're not able to really be that objective observer of life and of the things that are going on around us and the things that we need to do, that's what's going to be really important. This is about you taking your time to be able to say, who am I? I love what you said, right? Who am I? What am I? What am I here for? That's the healing process. That's when you come back and say, I'm doing X, Y, and Z for me. I'm doing X, Y, and Z because that's what I need right now. Because if you do not take care of yourself, then you end up suffering and the people around you suffer as well. It feels very, very important. I got to do a naughty card, but I won't use the profanity. I'll just pull the card and see what happens. Man, I'm having blood sugar. I love that. Oh, it really goes to what was just said. Shame, regret, and guilt. They're just a bunch of bullshit, and I will use that profanity. Forgive and let go of everything else. It all doesn't matter anymore as you move forward. This is like the exclamation point. Yeah, well, you're finding that out, definitely, who you are. And it wasn't that all those years with him was not important years, but now it's your time. Now it's time for you to connect back to and do that healing yourself. I'm going to do a talk about that. I tried to do it today and I just had too much to do. But what an aha moment I had today with healing. I hope that helps. This week is all about you, the healing for you. Michelle, do you have a question? Okay, I see your question. Oh, do I have, oh, these are good for that. Let's see. Love for Michelle. Love for Michelle. What's going on with Michelle? Oh my gosh. Hold on and I'll show you what I'm laughing at for Michelle. I know you're not going to like what I'm feeling, Michelle, right off the top. So while I was shuffling the cards, I just happened to look over to the naughty cards. And what's funny is it's about to get real. We'll just leave it there. You need people around you. And I do feel that it's really important for you to have people around you, not in a love way, but I feel like you need more people to walk with you, support you, to talk with you to, you need more community. You need more of your people. Which ones? The ones that I did for Payette. Well, again, I did fine, and now all of a sudden I'm not going to. So this one struck me too. So I don't know. We're doing the reading off of the naughty cards. It really is about loosening up. Like let go of guards, let go of protection, Michelle. Let go of things that you need. Let go of the fear. Let go of the fear. That's what I feel. Let go of the fear about being vulnerable, about being you, about being connected, about allowing to be connected. It's really about letting go, like not having to have an expectation or an outcome. That's where I think it's going to be important for you, is to not have the outcome in mind, because if you have the outcome in mind, then you're getting in the way of the energy. And it's kind of like what I see is kind of like falling over a relationship, right? It's not about going into a relationship for you right now. It's about falling almost into it. Like I didn't even see it coming is what I feel like. Wow, my throat is not working. Well, that's interesting. I don't know that it's Vegas as much as community is what it feels like, Michelle. It feels like you don't have the right community around you right now. So the cards that that's so funny. Does that not give you a Las Vegas feel to it? I love that. I guess you're going back to Vegas because only that's going to happen in Vegas. What I feel like it's saying is about just lightening up. This is about community. It's about enjoying all of the different things of life to be able to get yourself out there to meet the right person. But I really feel you got some time still. There's still a little bit of time. Hi, Patrick. I haven't seen you in a while, Patrick. It's good to see you. I'll put you on the list. You need to give it some time still. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I do feel like by waiting, the magic is going to happen. Like it almost feels to me like it's percolating under the surface, but it's not coming to fruition yet. But you will end up having that relationship. But you're going to have to really, what I feel like for you, what's very interesting is I feel like these two cards to me are telling me that you really need to be clear about what it is that you want. Hi, Tina. You really, really, really need to be clear about what you want. I feel like you think that you're clear, but I don't think you're really being clear enough. You're not being precise enough. I feel like there's something missing in what you're desiring. Oh, don't go after all that glitters. Go after the things that really feel good to you, because the universe wants you to have what you want, but you have to co-create it with the spiritual world. That's what's happening. You still haven't gotten to that sweet spot yet. You have to get to that point where you're in sync with the universe, and then the universe, and it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's that you still haven't gotten that real clarity of what it is. And I don't know that we ever get totally to the clarity, right? So it's not like you have to have it perfect and you have to be in some kind of, it has to be written down in such a perfect way that the universe is going to say, okay, this is it. It's not that. It's about really being clear about the desires of your heart and what that relationship feels like. And one of the other things is that manifestation is seeing, like actually visualizing and feeling what that relationship feels like and works like and is like. It's like really living it, like putting it on and wearing it. I do feel like the relationship is coming. And I want you to know that you're not alone and you don't need to give up, because it is coming, because you are co-creating. Every day you're co-creating with spirit to bring that relationship to you, because you deserve it. It's something within your blueprint to be able to have that relationship. So don't give up. It's coming. You will have one. Okay, let's see. So let me add Patrick and Tina to the list. And next, if I can have a question, you're very welcome, Michelle. Well, sorry, I can't say, well, tomorrow you're going to be walking into Vaughn's, because that's a store around us. First thing I thought of. But you know what? I feel like it's time, Michelle, but I don't feel like it's a long time. I don't feel like you're waiting years. I just feel like there's a little more work that you're doing within yourself to be ready for that relationship. And I do feel like the person that's coming into your life is going to be someone who is so perfect for you in giving you the kind of love that you deserve. And I feel like the kind of love that you haven't experienced before, that it really will be worth the wait, and one that you can have a long relationship with. Like, I really want to say those kindred spirits, right? The kind of relationship where you can really rely and trust. And I feel like that's so important for you. It's that relying and trusting that other person, that like the rug isn't going to be pulled out from under you, that you're going to know that that relationship will be there for you forever. It feels like it's that kind of relationship. Okay, Sue, did you have a question? And if I missed it, I don't see. I see you're here, but I don't see your question. So Sue, leave me your question. And Patrick. Aw, that's so nice of you. Pam, hi, Pam. So Patrick, put your question down too. Sue, give me your question or I'm going to move on. And if whenever I see your question, I'll come back. And Tina. And Pam. Oh, guidance. Oh, for a difficult situation with your youngest daughter who is currently. Those damn boyfriends. Let's see. Sue. You're very welcome, Tina. Sue. Ooh, daughter and difficult boyfriend. You know what I want to say, Sue, is to hold on, because it is going to work out, but I don't feel like it's going to work out in the near future, but it is going to work out. And I feel like that's important for you to know. And I don't mean work out in a way of, oh yeah, what does that really mean? I feel like there needs to be separation, and that separation is going to happen, is what I'm feeling. But let's see what the cards say. Oh yeah, you said, hi, Patty. A better one ahead. Let's look at the better one ahead, because this one's coming to an end. Let's see for your daughter what's ahead of her. Is that okay, Sue? I'm going to put Patty down. Patty, I'll put you down. What do you want to tell Sue? Yeah, she is going to have a better relationship for sure coming. One that will definitely bring like true life force energy to her, is what it feels like. It's going to rejuvenate her. And I feel like this relationship she's having right now is meant for her to, I think, kind of like learn a little bit more about the strength that she has, but she doesn't know that she has. Standing up for herself. I almost see in her energy of getting to that point that she's going to stick her feet in the sand and say, hell no, I'm not going to take this anymore. She just hasn't gotten there yet. Yeah, she hasn't gotten quite there yet, where she has that strength to be able to do that. But that's where she's going to go, is to, I just see her sticking her feet in the sand and going, I'm not doing this anymore. But I do feel like it's still going to be a little bit of time. And I don't mean years. I feel like we're talking maybe 6-8 months, which seems like a lot, I'm sure. She has children. I feel like there's children involved. Something about children. Hold on, I needed to get a little clarity. She's really searching, Sue. She's really searching for that. Yeah, not doing it with this guy. She's going to meet somebody else that's going to be better. No children. Oh, good. Well, hope that there isn't any children. For some reason, I'm feeling children. So I'll look into if I'm seeing that as the now or if that's something for the future. But what I do, she's really searching for that way out. She's really searching for that truth and being able to make that decision. But there's something within her that's keeping her from really having that confidence to be able to do it, because there is a lot of emotion that's going on within her. And she's wanting to find that open door, but she can't seem to find it yet. She's not really to that place where she's ready to say, I trust my gut. I trust that guidance within me, and I'm ready to take that step, is where she's really struggling right now. But I do feel like whoever she's connecting to is somebody she already knows, somebody who has actually supported her. Would you understand somebody in her life that she's friends with or is in communication with has been a real support to her? Because I feel like this is somebody that's in her circle or somebody that she's in communication with, and she is not really paying attention to that person. He's, I feel like he may feel like he has a strong hold on her, but I feel like she's starting to see the handwriting on the wall, but she's not trusting it, Sue. She doesn't trust that what she's seeing is real. And I feel like a big part of that's coming back into her own doubt of self and her own confidence within herself, and being able to say, wait a minute, you're painting this story about her life that's not what I'm really feeling. It's not what I'm really sensing, and I'm losing my power and my control, but I don't know how to get it back because you're making it seem like we're this wonderful couple, or we're painting this great picture, but it's not really that great. I feel like it's somebody who is close to her, or someone who she's in somehow connection with. And that person, and the sense that I have is it's someone that she's talking to, but she's not paying attention to the energy between the two of them, which she's not going to because she's with this other person. But it's someone who's listening to her and who's giving her advice, it feels like. And I don't feel like it's someone that I don't know how to say this. It's like she knows the person's there, but doesn't understand this person's there, if that makes sense. Like, I know this person's in my life and I see that this person is helpful, but I'm not able to really see this person as someone who's there for me. Does that make sense? She's not truly happy, but see, the thing about it is she doesn't understand what her emotions are telling her. She's not really seeing how she's truly feeling, because this guy is making her feel like he's her world. He's her strength. When in actuality, she's his strength. She's the one that's really supporting the relationship and holding it up, and she's not seeing that. Yeah. This guy is really, he has a hold on her on a superficial level, but you have to trust that her intuition is engaged and her intuition is talking with her, and that she will listen to that intuition. Like I said, though, I don't see it being tomorrow, but I don't see this going on for years, and hopefully she won't have kids. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. That is exactly what's happening. But she sees it. She sees it on a subconscious level under the hood. She kind of sees it under the hood, and she's going to wake up to that. I think I've told you that before, though. She's going to wake up to this. This is not something that she's going to do for the rest of her life. And I do see kids in her, ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, so the naughty cards are telling you it's going to cost her a lot, right? She's losing a lot right now. Mm, well, maybe not this year. It could be next year. Oh yeah, the new guy, the new person will help her. The thing about it, no, I'm going to say no to that. Let me tell you why. Because she's learning about herself in this particular relationship, right? She's learning about what works and doesn't work for her. She's learning about how she feels about something and doesn't pay attention, right? Because it's going to take her time after she's out of the relationship to look back and go, ooh, did I really feel that? Or how did I not see that? She's going to understand it, even though on a deeper level, she understands it now. But this new person that comes in is going to be the kind of person that she's not had before, that's going to accept her for her. But she's actually already calling that in. She's actually already putting that out into the universe, because by the time she gets to that point, she's going to have that understanding. And that's next person that comes in to support her will be supporting her at that phase of her journey of learning and growing and overcoming. So this lesson that she's learning now is to trust herself, to trust her gut, to listen to her gut. But she's not doing that right now because the voice of the doubts or but maybe I'm crazy, but how could he be doing this when this is going on, and all this kind of confusion that she's trying to understand. This is her lesson of coming back to self. So yes, the new guy will be a good guy for her. Although I don't feel like the new person who comes in will be her forever guy. I do feel like this will be another phase of her growing before and I hear you saying, but she's not getting any younger. It's going to be okay. I want to say to you, it's going to be okay, because this is a part of her journey. So I do feel like she probably will have 2 more relationships before she really settles down and starts having a family. But I do feel like this is really something that she needs, because like I said, she's figuring out, this is the naughty cards are telling you, she's figuring it out. She's understanding at some level what's going on. That little voice in her is telling her, things are not okay here. Things are not what they seem, and you need to wake up. So she's definitely hearing it, and it's going to take her a little time to come to peace with that. So the naughty cards are telling you the same thing, which I find very fascinating. And there was no profanity used in that particular reading. Just sharing. Okay, I feel like she's going to have that union, though. She's definitely going to have that, and healing is going to take place with her. So you're just going to have to hold on and trust for a little longer. And I don't know if it'll be by January. Hold on, while I'm pulling the next cards out, I'll tell you. I want to say by spring. I feel like there's a lighter energy around her by spring. I know, don't get frustrated with that. As a mama bear, I hear you. Okay, Cassandra. I know, I've been through it. Let me tell you, Sue, I hear your pain. It sucks when you see your older children go through this kind of pain. I get it. As all of you know, I've experienced something very similar, and she got through it. She got through it. I'm telling you, she got through it, and she's healing from it. And your daughter will heal from this. She will get to the other side. We all get to the other side. A lot of us have been through this kind of shit, right? And being with people who are not the person we should be with. And then we finally realize it and wake up to it and go, holy crap, I didn't have to learn it the hard way, did I? But we do. She will. She'll learn it. That's a tricky one, Sue. You know what? You got to have to really, okay, I'm going to come to this one because this is really important for all of us. She's upset because she feels like her family is not Okay, Cassandra, think of a specific questions, Cassandra. Oh my God. I'm so mean to Cassandra. I beg of you, Cassandra, please. I beg of you. Okay, Sue, I'm going to come back to this. I know, right, Patrick? It's what we're here for. We're not here for Shangri-La. We're here for the School of Hard Frickin' Knocks. Okay, what I want to say is listen to your gut, Sue, when it comes to your relationship with your daughter. Okay, this isn't your daughter in this relationship with this guy. This is your daughter forever. You have to tap into that because she's your main concern. And you're going to have to listen to spirit in how to proceed with her, because that's the hardest part. As a parent, sometimes they want to get into that parental role of, I need to teach, I need to blah, 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 whatever goes on in your particular program, right? I have my own program that went off. And without getting too personal, I had two different situations and I dealt with them in completely different ways. Ultimately, I dealt with it both the same way in the end, but my relationship with my daughter was my priority. I didn't care about the other person. I cared about my daughter, and I cared about how my relationship with her would be at the end. That was my priority, and that was my most important focus. And if you can do that, right, if you can focus on what is the most important thing for her, not for you to teach her because she's an adult, but how do you help her through this journey and her lesson? I'm going to leave it with that. I think you could read between the lines on that one, because that's going to be your goal, because she's going to need you at the end. She's going to need you for the rest of her life. This guy's going to come and go, but she needs you. So you have to walk that line very carefully, because you can't sell yourself out, right? But you also have to have the compassion that she's making the best decisions she can at the moment. And you know her better than anybody. So being able to maneuver to what's going to help her in the bigger scheme of things is going to be far more important than any lesson. So absolutely keep asking for guidance every single day. Absolutely. Yes, that's Patrick. Correct, that's Patrick. Which we haven't seen in a while. I'm very happy to see you, Patrick. There's a lot in what you said, Sue. There's a whole lot in what you said. I'm reading between the lines on that one. So I'm going to say, sit with your team in meditation. Let your team in meditation help and guide you to what you're actually saying in that particular statement, because there's a lot in what you said. In fact, you capitalized her. There's a whole lot in there. So really sit with your team, because I promise you that if you do what is in best alignment for her as a whole, holistic relationship, your ultimate goal is to have her as whole and well in your relationship with her in the end as you possibly can. That's going to be very important. Okay, Cassandra. I haven't seen anything, Cassandra. I haven't seen anything from you. Let's see. Oh, you need these cards. Oh, Patrick, if you could find the key out of the School of Hard Knocks, let me know, because the Hard Knocks School is you're very, very welcome, Sue. I know it's a very difficult, hard to maneuver, always second guessing yourself, always wanting to do what's right. I get it. It's very difficult. But you're learning through the situation just as she is, because we're always learning from each other. Okay, Cassandra. What does Spirit want Cassandra to know? What does Spirit want Cassandra to know? What does Spirit want Cassandra to know? Your lessons have been high and wide. Building confidence. Your tribe is there for you. Be the phoenix and rise up. I'm gonna sit for that day. I know, Jacqueline. Can we like unenroll from that damn school? Yeah, I guess we can, but that's not probably what we want to do right now at this moment, is it? The unenrolling part. You made me think of a reading I did today where I had this feeling of, which I seldom have this, but anyway, it was this feeling of accident and illness. I couldn't figure it out. And finally, it was that unenrolling thing. Sorry. Hence, I digress on to another topic. So, oh, I love this. So, Cassandra. You know, I love these cards for you, Cassandra, because I give you a hard time a lot. I know I do. I'm sorry. But I love that what strikes me is that the sword right there on fire and looking out the window, right? It's having that confidence, which confidence can come in many different shapes and sizes. It can look in many different ways. And so for me, this is about you being exactly who you are, exactly where you're at right now, and being okay with that. Because where you're at right now is really important because you have the confidence in yourself that you need right now, because this is where you're supposed to be. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. And yet you have the team around you. You've got people around you that can help you or kind of like encourage you, because you don't need any prodding. You don't need any direction, because you're really where you're supposed to be and where you're wanting to be in your development and your growth, right? Because we're not this human being, right? We're not this body or this mind or this reality that we think we are. We have so much more going on within us. That's the truth of who we are, but yet we're living this human experience. And what does that mean? How does that unfold? That's what you're learning. And through that, your team, you've got people around you who care about you, but you've also got choices in your life that you can make. The choices in your life that you can do differently, but you're not giving yourself permission to do differently, because it's almost like that routine that we get into, right? The hamster wheel is what I'm seeing, or going around the hamster wheel again and again and again. And it's hard to break out. You know, I was thinking that this week. When I was talking to my daughter about something, and it was like, you know, we keep talking about this, but we don't do anything about it. And as long as you keep talking about it, then you're safe. As long as you keep talking about it without the action, there's no responsibility. There's no consequences. There's also no movement. Until you make that first step, that's where the movement happens. And then you could get to that step and go, okay, I'm going to go back into the hamster wheel until I'm ready to get out of it again, or again, or again, or however many times we all do this, right? And so it was like, okay, fine. To be able to move forward, you have to take that step. And that's where you're coming to, is that point where you're in the wanting to take that step. And with all honesty, I know Cassandra and I know her situation. She's actually, I love Cassandra. She's amazing. Anybody who knows Cassandra is blessed. So I do know that this is a part of your story. But the problem is that the judgment we have in taking that step or not taking that step becomes the burden. But the burden is only coming from you, not from, doesn't have any right to come from anybody else. It comes from you. So when you're ready, right, to come out of where you're at, you've got that sword right there to slay, open up the way, to forge ahead. You've got this box of all the tools that you need to be able to move forward. but you're very comfortable where you're at right now. You're very happy. Hell, I'd be happy sitting on a train, taking a ride somewhere across the country, just thinking about, oh, what would my next step be? What would I want to do? How can I create that? What would it look like? You have everything you need. And when you're ready, when that train stops at the place that's right for you, you'll get off and you'll start the fire. You'll start the direction where you want to go, because you already have all of the information in front of you. You can move forward in the direction you want to go when you're ready to do it. And when that door opens, the universe will grant you everything you need as you move forward. You're exactly where you need to be right now. There's nothing more that you need to do or anything you need to change, because you are the phoenix rising. I love that you start with the contemplation of life and you end with the power that you need. So you're moving from here to here along your journey, right? You've got the universe who's supporting you, and you get to create the story as you move along. You're exactly where you need to be. You're creating that beautiful, and you're doing it in a way that you have community, you have support, you have everything you need around you to lift you up, and you'll end up getting there. Let's see what the naughty cards have to say. I hope that makes sense, Cassandra. I hope that makes sense to you. What do the naughty cards say? Let's see. I want to know you're still breathing, Cassandra. Tell me you're still breathing. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. So. Okay. I am good. Okay. You're taking it all in. Well, hold on, because the naughty cards have some scolding to do, I guess. Time to let go. Move on. Believe what you see, because it's true. What you see is true. It really is true. It's going to unfold, and you need to choose. The thing about that is it's choosing bravely, right? It's choosing each step that you take with bravery in your heart and bravery in your soul, like all of us have to do, right? It's understanding that we cannot stay at this moment. It'll never be this moment again, and we do have to move on and step away from the crazy making diet of hot seconds, kale, spirulina, and because it all tastes horrible. So, like, what you're doing is uncomfortable for you. But the beauty about it, though, is that you have the tools, right? You have the tools, and you get to where you need. Here it is. Couldn't find it. You get to where you're going. So you have the tools to get there, but now it's just a matter of being very grateful for the direction and the path that you've taken, and moving forward. Really, this isn't about things could get worse or things are going to get worse. It's really about you're where you're at now and being grateful for where you are, because you will be moving to here. This is going to be what your future is, where you're standing in control. You've had this book here, right? You have the book that's helping you along the way. We have our inner guidance system that's working, and you get to the point where you don't need it anymore because you've gotten to where you need to go. You've achieved it. And then the beauty of that is we come back to the beginning again, and like the hard knock school, we're back to that. We're coming back to the hard knock school, and we start again, and we do another path in our life. I mean, we're always reinventing ourselves. We're always opening up that door of what direction we can go next. Each and every one of us are doing that on a really almost daily basis. New choices, new directions. Okay, I hope that helps. And anybody who is friends with Cassandra is very blessed. So I just want to share that. Okay. You're welcome, Cassandra. Jacqueline, do you have a question? Jacqueline, and then Patrick, what is your question? Who is this that I have? Jacqueline. Oh, Patty. No. No. Okay. Tina. Tina, are you still here? That's who it is. Jacqueline, Patrick, and Tina. Oh, the question above. Jacqueline, where is it above? Oh, I see it. You in that work situation. Yes, Tina, I have you. Did you leave me a question, Tina? You're after Patrick. So if you did, leave me the question here and I'll find it here. Okay. Situation with work. Ooh. Situation with work. You know, what's interesting, Jacqueline, your energy comes into my energy quite often for some reason. And what I want to say is for the past couple weeks, I've been feeling like heaviness, I guess what I want to say. And I always feel that way because I know we've talked about the situation that you're in, and it feels like nothing has really even changed in that. Like you're still dealing with the same kind of situations, I guess. You're dealing with the same people. You're not really happy, is what I want to say. It's like when I feel into it, it's like you're in something that you really love doing, and it's something that really does feel good for you and work for you. But it feels like it's not either the right situation, the right people. There's something off with it that's not giving you, the freedom to be yourself. Yes, Patty, I have you. You are after Pam. Pam is after Tina. So put your question in though, and I will try to go find it. And if I ask you for it, just tell me like Jacqueline did. I already wrote it. So what I feel like is important for you, Jacqueline, is what I've always felt this with you. It's having that confidence to say, okay, I'm here. How do I word this? Okay, this is working for me so far, but it's not on target. I'm off. How can I move, or how can I do what I'm doing in confidence in an area that will make me happy, not in an area where I'm having to deal with politics and people that are not really doing what's in best and right interest for me, but for themselves. How can I, because I feel like this was a great opportunity for you to grow. This was a great opportunity for you to have more confidence in your abilities and what you're doing. But you don't have the confidence now to say, I've learned that lesson. How do I upgrade? How do I go to the upgrade section of this? Which is going to, again, it's like taking that first step you took to get to where you're at, which took bravery. And now you're facing another step. Really, I think you've outgrown where you're at in so many different energy levels to how do I now raise my game? How do I now up the ante? What can I do? Ooh. Two things came into my awareness. One was going back to Michelle, I think it was. Is it Michelle? I think it was Michelle about Vegas. How do I get to Vegas? That's what I felt like. What does Vegas mean to you? Like what's around you that Vegas can mean that to you? So how do you, because it's the same thing as what I was telling Sue with her daughter, right? It's about you do the same thing over and over again, but you don't know how to break out of that. And then eventually you're like, wait a minute, I'm on the hamster wheel. How do I get off the hamster wheel? Now we're bringing everybody in, Cassandra now. How do I get off the hamster wheel and do something different? And that's going to take a lot of creativity for you. I don't believe it's the hard part. The hard part is your confidence in yourself and the fear factor that you have. That's a big part of it. But the money is only energy. It's the finding the way around that. I'm dealing with something right now where I'm like, ooh, how do I do this? I'm worried about the financial part of it, but I know that I can be creative in this. So I'm finding creative ways around it. And it's doing that research with an open mind, right, of creativity to create what it is you want. And sometimes it's taking a risk. And that's the scary part, because we feel like we're going to lose everything or we're going to lose ourselves. But yet it's that, not that I'm saying go do something that you can't do, or, that would jeopardize your family or anything. So I'm saying, but sometimes we keep ourselves in this safe zone. That's our own boundaries that we've set. And we're not willing to take, like, the step that you took was a big step for you when you first started, and now you're comfortable. How do you take that step again in a different direction? So it's being able to find where your safety zone is in your uncomfortable area. And that didn't work right, but that's the thing. It's the confidence. Yes, it's the confidence, Jacqueline. The confidence you can deal with because you've already done the hard work. You have to know that you are smart. You were able to maneuver what you have now because you were able to adapt and adjust. And I know a lot of the areas that you adapted and adjusted. You did it and you're thriving, but you're in a place that is not right for you right now. So how do you take all that you've learned there and put it over somewhere else to where you can be in more alignment to who you are? That's going to be yours, because what you're doing right now is yours, but you're in the kind of throne or the dictatorship of somebody else. And it's being able to go, oof, I'm going to own my own life and nobody else is going to have that control over me again. I see a step up for you. I said a whole lot of words, and that's what I actually see. Imagine, manifest, do. You think it, you create it. You've thought where you're at, you create where you're going. It's really that easy. And then you just take off and know, I'm going to get in that boat. Okay, it's a little tiny thing. And I'm going to, what's funny though, is that's what you started, right? You had a little tiny thing that you created into now what you've done, but you're with the wrong people. You're with the wrong group. And now you can take this, go out to sea and create it again in an area that works for you. Because right now you're just going in a circle. This is where you've been stagnating, going around and around with the same kind of stuff, it feels like. But you've already been getting the message. This isn't working. You've just said it. I need to move on. And you do that and take a break from it all. Just take a break from it all and say, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to create what it is that I want to create in my own way. Creativity. This is where you come up with the magic. It's by walking away, thinking about it without the pressures and without all the other stuff that goes on, right? When you're in the heat of something or when you're right in the middle of something, you can't always be creative. So a lot of times we are, but in this particular moment, you need to walk away. You need to walk away and create your own life. You can do it. You're right there though, Jacqueline. I don't know why. It's not like I walk around thinking of you guys all the time, but your energy has come into my a couple times over the past couple weeks. I'm like, ooh, she's being burdened down again. And you just need to walk away and create what it is that you want to create. It's time. It's time for an up leveling. Oh, I got to do a naughty card for you. It's time for up leveling for you. You're done. Let's see. Okay, well, I give you permission. Yeah. You have my permission, Jacqueline. Like that matters. You've got my permission. It's time for you to move on. I granted you that permission, I think Wednesday of this week. Now you have to give yourself permission. Okay. I love it. Okay. You have eaten. You're acting like a big ass baby. Oh my God. It's time to move on. It's just time. You need to just face it and move on. Make better choices. And you are. If you are pissed where you are, stop, move, go forward. I love that. You're just being a big ass baby. Make better choices. The universe is telling you this. I'm telling you. You can't make that up. That's hilarious. Okay. So, Patrick, did you have a question? Jacqueline, you're going to do it. You're going to be fine. I know you are. You're just going through really confidence in yourself and really taking that step. And sometimes that step is scary, even though we know we're going to be okay at the other end. Sometimes it's just really scary to make that. You're going to be fine. Okay. Let's see, Patrick. Oh, Patrick, I'm sorry you're not happy with life right now. You know, it's funny what you said, Patrick, and I'm not sure if you're saying that you left or not, whatever, but I'm going to do a reading for you anyway. Is we can be happy and unhappy at the same time. And a lot of times that's coming from something's off, because we can love what we do. Like, I love what I do, but there's parts of it I don't love. There's parts of it that I don't love when people want you to make choices for them, or they're so unhappy in their life that they won't make choices for themselves and they want you to solve it. It's like, no, this is your life. You've got to choose for yourself what you want. Are you going to be happy with that one guy? I don't know. Your joy shouldn't come from a guy or a woman. Your joy should come from within yourself, and whoever you're with is a complement to your life. Those are the things I don't enjoy. When I'm actually working with someone and they're listening and they're communicating and they're expressing what they're feeling, and you can communicate back to maybe other options or ideas or way to think about it, or something that they're being proactive in their life. I love that. I love being a supporter to someone's path, not the answer to their weaknesses that they absolutely can solve themselves, right? Sometimes we just need someone to shine a little light in a little area that maybe we're not seeing. And I think in your case, there's more to what you said. Clearly, I can see in the energy, there's way more to what you said. But it's very common, I think, when we get into certain aspects of certain times of our life where we're not happy, even though we love what we're doing. So we have to stop and really feel into, what does that mean? What is inside of us that we're not really happy with? And I know for me, that's been a real struggle, as I've been trying to reinvent myself. And what do I want? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? What does my life look like? I have an identity of being a businesswoman in a man's world, right? I worked in a plumbing company. I ran the plumbing company. I created the plumbing company. I mean, I didn't wake up one day and go, hey, I think I'm going to start a plumbing company. but it did me well. I enjoyed doing it, but it wasn't my joy. I didn't love doing it. Plumbing, that wasn't my thing. Created money. I was good at creating money in that way. But when I had to come back to myself, I wasn't so much anymore. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what direction to go. I'm still trying to figure it out. That's scary, right? Because we're now doing it on a personal level. And I feel like that's what you're being asked to do, Patrick, is to look at yourself in a deeper personal level. What in you do you need to take care of? What in you are you avoiding or not paying attention to because you're not wanting to really look at, honestly? Because you have got such a big heart and you're such a very kind, gentle soul. And I feel like there's still parts of you that you're holding back, that you're not allowing to come forward, is what I feel like. Let's see what the cards. For some reason, I'm working with the naughty cards first. So let's see what the cards say. I feel like there's so much more to your statement than I'm going to go into. Let's see what the cards say, Patrick. Oh, these cards will make you laugh. Oh, yeah. The cards are even saying you're not saying everything, you're holding things back. But we need to go to these cards too. The thing about it, Patrick, if you're listening to this later, because I don't know, I think you probably are listening to it now, but I feel like there's so much that we can be grateful for in our lives. And we are grateful for, and I believe that you are grateful for a lot in your life. But the hardest time to be grateful is when we're not happy, when we're feeling stuck, or if we're feeling like confused, or where we're going, or things aren't working, whatever. It's sometimes very hard to be grateful. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. So it really is about being right. It's sometimes very difficult to be grateful all the time. And I hate the opposite of that, which is, wherever we're at now, it could get better, it can get worse, right? So just be happy where you're at. Well, how does that really help us when we're not feeling that good? It's really about honoring who we are and honoring the accomplishments that we've made, honoring how people see us and how people are affected by you in their lives, how you've made a difference in people's lives. That's where you go back to the difference that you've made in people's lives and how you grow. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. So I hope I'm like not doing something shady. I feel like that's the thing, right? For all of us, it's about really, really going back to honoring and truly, how do I word this? Because we all get to that point in time in our lives where we're not happy when there's great things that are going on around us, but it's what's going on within us. And I deal with that quite a bit. Like, I should be doing more. I could be doing something better. I should be blah, blah, blah. But it's being grateful for each moment of each day and the people that we're able to touch, but yet somehow we can make that unimportant, or that wasn't enough. When again, it's coming back to, I think it was Cassandra, it's being enough about who you just are. And I know from my experience in interacting with you, Patrick, that you have helped me a lot with your positivity, with your the gracious nature that you have, and the way that you give that kind word and you're uplifting. That's the truth of who you are. And then that's where we come back to the world is a better place with you in it. And being grateful to have you in the world with us, how important that is, right? Laughter and joy and kindness. And so it's really being able to see what's there. Okay. Oh, I love this. You do have change coming, though, Patrick. There's something that's changing within you because you have been working hard for change, I believe, within yourself. And that it really is taking the risk on yourself. There must be something that you're wanting to create and you're not wanting to make that jump. There's something that you're working towards and you're not wanting to make that jump. I think that's why I've been hesitant in the truth, because really, truly, you are love, and that you do show love to the people around you. You matter in people's lives. So you're holding yourself back from really being the truth of who you are, and taking that step into the fullness of who you are. And we can all do this. We can all hide behind a mask or something that's not real, right? And we can't live life like we have this manual or this book or this direction or this way of going forward. We can't, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't all go single file and we're all just going to keep marching forward. There's too many twists and turns and curves and different directions in life that we can go. So it really is coming back to being the truth of who you are, because who you are is perfect. Who you are is exactly who you are supposed to be. And accepting that for all of us, this is for all of us, is being able to accept who we are, because there's nobody like you. There's nobody else like you in this world. There's nobody else that can take your place like you in this world. But yet we underestimate our abilities, right, Jacqueline? Yes, you are on the right path, Patrick. I think that's what they're trying to tell you, is keep moving forward, because you are doing you in the way that you're supposed to. And I'm glad that you were able to. I don't know why this seems so important for you to know, because really what you do is you give the world beauty. You give the world hope. You give the world love. And so keep doing what you're doing, because you are on the right path. And you have to really have confidence in yourself and know that your words and your actions and the people that you touch, you make a difference in their life. When you don't make a difference in someone's life, it's coming from you. It's coming from me. It's coming from whatever is going on in our own ego or our own lower self-esteem. Because really, you just need to jump into the direction that is right for you. Just trust that, and you're going to be fine, is what I feel like. All right. I hope that helps, Patrick. I don't know what you're going through, but it feels like you're making some big changes, and just keep moving forward in those changes, because I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough and that you're going to have an epiphany of some sort. Because you are on the right path. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to stay in the direction you're going. I feel like you're probably going to go into a different direction, something that you may not have thought of, or feels like something maybe even more you taking complete control, or something you're alone doing your own thing, or something you've been wanting to do and you're going to have the confidence to do. Okay, I hope that helped. Tina, did you have a question for me? I'm going back, see if I see a question from Tina. I don't see a question from you, Tina. Ah, yes, you reposted. Oh, ah, mm, mm. That's interesting, Tina. Another daughter questions. Our daughters, right? Daughters are a joy. But sometimes through that period, Where did Richard come in? I'm confused. Who's Richard? Patrick. Did Patrick change to Richard? I know. The naughty cards came out for you right away. Okay, Tina. Well, the first thing I'm feeling from your daughter, Tina, is hurt. And I feel like it's going to be a little time for her to, I want to say, grow out of it, because I do feel like there's something still within her that she's needing to work on. These cards I think I need for you. Let's see what the cards say. Tina. You know, one of the things I'm really feeling, Tina, is for you to, with your daughter, is to not say much. Like quietness. Quiet with strength and love is what I feel like for you. Yeah. But see, the thing is, you're not going to change it, because even though I feel like you've grown and you can own your part of what you did, because I feel like you've grown to the point where you can go, well, maybe I could have handled that a little better, but you know, you had the right intention in what you were doing, is that your daughter still has growing to do. Your daughter still has some owning her part, is what I want to say. It's easy for her to look at you and say you were the problem, but she's not owning her part of the problem, which is probably going to take her a little time, is what it feels like. I don't feel like this is something that's going to turn around in the near future, but let's see what the cards say. Yeah, definitely healing. She's very angry, as you know. These are not anything you don't know. She's really got, you know, though, the thing about it, even though I feel like she's not ready to own her part of it, but I do feel like there's a sadness with her. So I don't want you to feel like she doesn't care, because she does care. And it's going to take her some time to come out of that stubbornness that she has, of not really owning her part of it. I do believe she has an idea of what her part of it was, but she's not ready to face that yet, because if she did, I feel like it almost has this sense of breaking within her. Like if she owns that part of it, that she's going to have to admit to some weaknesses that she has, that she doesn't, I don't want to say she doesn't want to acknowledge. She's afraid to acknowledge, because she's afraid it may make her look bad. And I don't mean look bad to other people, but to herself. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it feels like it's like, you know, sometimes when we know we shouldn't do something and we do it, and if we can just ignore it, then it maybe didn't happen, kind of thing. It's something along that line. It's like, it was something that maybe she was so passionate about, that now when she looks back, she can say, oh, I made that mistake, but she's not ready to do that yet, is a part of what I'm sensing from her. She is going through healing, though. Definitely, you are both going through healing. Everybody, I feel like the family is going through healing. I do sense with her, though, that there will be this, yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Tina, that is so exactly right on. And it kind of goes back to that, like her identity. I feel like she's growing in that part of her life of really accepting and acknowledging her identity and who she is. And so I feel, but see, the thing about the whole thing is this is for all of us, right? All of us need to love ourselves, and we don't. All of us need to, I mean, I am like, I can't even tell you what I've been really ahaing about over the past couple of weeks. At some point I will, but it's all coming back to this. And yet this is the one thing that we say we need, and we need to do more of, and we understand it, and we do classes on it, and we do affirmations on it, and da 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 da. but we don't actually do it. This is for all of us. That deepness of loving ourselves and knowing that we can love ourselves and truly who we are. But she has this sadness about because I feel like she wants to have that relationship with you and her energy. I feel like she trusts you beyond anybody else. Who doesn't trust their mother beyond anybody else? I mean, we get hurt by our mothers more than anybody else. Our mothers can tick us off faster than anybody else. Our relationship with mother, because of our relationship with mother, is very deep and very it can be very painful. And we're alone when we don't have our mother. I'll come back and read that in a minute, Gabriel. I want to see what you're saying. But I feel like she's feeling like if she does, I don't know if you're going to understand this, but I almost feel like it's pride, but not. It's like, I have to show that I'm strong. I have to show I'm independent. I have to show I'm in control of my life. I have to show that I know what I'm doing. But this is all coming from a falsehood within herself, not in reality, because you're going to love her one way or the other, right? I make mistakes. Hell, I'm 60 fucking almost, whoops, not supposed to say that word, 4 years old. And I still make mistakes every day. I'm going to make a mistake. But yet when we're at that age, when we're younger, we feel like we have to be perfect. We have to have it all together. We have to whatever. We have this whole fantasy in our own world. But yet it's discovering why we're here. And that's a lifelong process of understanding why we're here. And then really not believing that we can come out of it. Like we can move, we can change, we can grow, we can admit that yesterday I did this wrong and I'm sorry for that. But sometimes that's hard to do. So I do believe that she's going to come out of this and you will have a union with her again. Yes, because she's guarded. She's really guarding herself from herself, really. But she doesn't see that. And I really, like I feel like you've done what you can and that you're a caring mom and that you have your rights too. You have your voice and you've spoken your voice, but you care about her and you will have a relationship with her again. And it's going to take her some time to realize, and it really, unfortunately, I feel like a lot of that comes with maturity. I guess what I'm saying is I don't see we can all grow. We can all learn. I don't see that there's a whole lot of things you can do to kind of change it. I feel like it's going to have to come from her and from her growing, but it's being there. It's kind of whoever I started out with. I don't remember. Michelle, Sue. It's about that. Yeah. I think it was Sue with the daughter. It's holding that space for them. It's holding that loving space for them. When they call, you're listening. You're not judging. You're not giving advice. You're just holding space for them until they're open and ready to be able to have that conversation with you. Let me see what the naughty cards are saying for you. I do see her coming around, though. I want to say this is not something that will go on forever. I do feel like it's going to be a little time before she will settle down. She's also, I feel like, in a relationship that's difficult for her. I feel like there's some other relationship that she's putting a lot of energy into, and that's more of her focus. And she's trying to make it in the world. She's trying to make a name for herself. And I don't mean, the whole big, like I'm going to be famous kind of name for herself. But she's in her own mind, she's trying to forge her own way is what I feel like she's still doing. Oh, you're dictating Bluetooth and it dictated to me. Or to YouTube, I should say, not me. Let me see what the naughty cards have to say. She's going to be okay, Tina. She's going to be okay. She's going to come out of this. Oh, I love that. So you also have the step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. So it's about focusing, right? This is about, when you were with a vegetarian and they're just all about, I'm a vegetarian, I have to eat this certain way. And that's all they're focused on. This is what you're focused on. So take your focus away from that. Take your focus away from what was and just keep putting your attention on the what will be as you start the healing process. And it really, what I want to say is like, put it all aside. She's going to be who she is. You just love her for who she is right now. And this will all change, because I do feel like eventually it's all about whining, right? My throat is not doing well right now. You've got a good relationship with her, and it will come to, this will stop, that you will have that connection with her again. This isn't about you apologizing. This is about, this will work out. This isn't about anybody was right or wrong. This is about what happens after an apology is made, right? You move forward. It's done. It's over with. There will be conversations about it. There will be that, probably more from you than from her, about what you learned and what you gained from this particular, and how important she is in your life, and how you want to have that kind of relationship with her. But ultimately it will end in a union, like you will be back together again. Ah, she's going to be fine. She's going to come back. Just give her a little time. She's going to be fine. She's got a lot on her plate right now. She's got a lot of distractions going on. And that's kind of keeping her busy, but she doesn't constantly stay busy. She does think about you, and she does think about your relationship. So it is something that's within her. You're very welcome. There is something within her energy that's wanting to heal, and she will come back to that. Okay. Pam, are you still here? Do you have a question? And Patty, you still here, and do you have a question? So if you both will tell me what your questions are. And I'll drink some water, and hopefully then my throat will be better. Oh, you're okay. Pam, do you have a question, Pam? I don't know if you all see Pam's amazing photos that she puts on Facebook, but I love going to hunt for her pictures because they're beautiful. I don't know where you get them from, but they are really beautiful. So check out Pam's pictures on Facebook. I think it is a mom and daughter. Oh. It's funny. I have to laugh at that, Pam, because I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. I feel like it's a time for like reevaluating what it is that what is your next step? What do you want? Wait a minute. You're going to start with the naughty cards. Let's see what is the next step for Pam, and what does Pam want? What's going on with Pam? They'll tell you the truth. Pam. So funny, Pam. When I look in your energy about being in a stagnant sense, is kind of the energy. I don't feel like this is a bad thing for you. It's like, okay, now I get to reevaluate, because you're so creative. It's like, what creative thing can I walk into next? You've got grandkids around. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. Well, the cards are telling you to get your ass in gear. So clearly you've got something coming. Let's see. I'm going to pull these. I mean, they're calling me. So I'll tell you what they say, other than You're sleeping. You need to get moving. You know, the first card, though, is don't apologize. So you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Do not apologize, which I don't think you are, but it's saying be happy where you're at. Don't apologize, right? Seriously, don't apologize. You just need to be who you are, where you're at. Well, it says apologize, but I'm seeing it as you don't apologize for who you are. Don't apologize for where you're at. But the second card is be the rebel, which is about unknown caller. Shoot. Hold on. Hold everything for a minute. I have to text this. Okay. Back to Pam. Sorry. Okay. An important phone call, so I had to tell him I would call him back in a bit. Okay, let's see. Let's get some clarity on this. Ooh, you're in a timeout for creation. You're creating and you're in a timeout. It's time for you're in a development stage of the beginning of a creation. So you've got something internally at some point that you're working on, and the thing about it is that you're working at it on an internal level, but I don't feel like you're totally paying attention to what it is that you are wanting to create, and that you're kind of afraid of it, Pam. You're kind of rebelling against this creation and what you're developing. So I do feel like you are kind of rebelling against whatever is what you're being pulled towards or what it is that you're wanting to do, and that you're not really moving. What are you holding back on? Because you need to, like, what I kind of see is I want to throw all these cards in the air and say, F it. I'm just going to do it. Because you're not really trusting the moving forward. So you need to wake up to whatever's this birthing that you're going through of whatever it is that you're wanting. And I don't really even think this is something that you're wanting to create. I think you're creating something, but I don't think this is like, I'm creating like Reach the Unlimited, right? I'm creating this platform. I'm creating this class. There's something within you that you're creating that you're not allowing to come into full fruition. You're kind of like holding it down and you're not allowing it to just unfold with the craziness, whatever that is, allowing it to come to life to whatever craziness that may mean. Talk to people. I don't know if it's something that maybe you don't know how to go forward, or if it makes sense, or if it's maybe something you want to do with someone and you haven't spoken to them about it. There's something you're holding back on that you're thinking about that you're not wanting to take those steps to do, that you're holding yourself back from. Because really it's about asking the experts, right? Asking the people around you for the help, or listen to your intuition. That's what it is. Listening to your intuition, listening to your gut, because the last card is you do you. You be just who you are. You do what it is that you want to do. Stop trying to change or be like someone else or do something else. You just be you, and you're going to come out of it. Okay. This is important because with this, and with this, I feel like you're feeling pressured to do this because you're thinking you're creating, but you just may not want to do anything. You may just want to sit and do nothing, and that's perfectly fine for you to do. Don't fight it. Just be you. You be the creation you want to create. And you do you. You be you and nothing more. Hi, Tracy. Does that make sense, Pam? Or did I just give you a whole bunch of, oh, well, that wasn't helpful. I don't know, when I look in your energy and I see what's going on in your energy, I'm not really feeling like you have a job to do. You're procrastinating. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, be the rebel. You be the rebel, Pam, because you're going to do just fine. Oh my gosh. But it is saying stop sleeping on it. You do have to move forward. So it is time for you to do whatever it is that you're holding back from doing. But really, the bottom line is you don't have to do anything, Pam. If you don't want to do anything, don't do anything. Because you get to be you, just the way you are. I don't know, I look into your energy and it's like, I like the peacefulness in your energy. Keep that peacefulness there. Okay. Back to Patty and her daughter. As this is a daughter. Oh, will she meet a partner soon? I'm glad you're laughing. Oh my God. I like that. Just don't give a fuck. Oops. I'm not supposed to say that. It comes out too easily. I like that one. That's your bottom line, Pam. Okay. Daughter meeting the love of her life soon. Well, what I'm hearing, Patty, is that you have to get out there to meet Mr. Right if you want to meet Mr. Right. So I do feel like she's got some walls up in meeting Mr. Right. She's kind of holding back herself from meeting Mr. Right, even if she feels like she's not. I do see in her energy that she is. I want to say that he's right around the corner, but that it's almost like she has her blinders on and she's not really she's got the blinders on and she's not really looking. I feel like she's desiring it, but that she's not really opening up to it. You know what? These aren't the right cards for those. I think I need those cards, but I want these for, hold on. These are not the right cards for this. I don't feel like. She is growing it. It's like she wants it, but she is really fighting it. She's not really focusing on the positive sides of herself. She's not really focusing on really feeling the desire. She's mental. She's mentally trying to go through a relationship or yeah, she's holding herself back. She wants it though. She's trying to put out there. It's interesting because I see that she's trying to put out in the energy that she wants it. She's trying to create it, but she's holding herself back. Her desires are like, yeah, I want it, but I'm just not putting myself out there. I'm not ready for, and I do feel like what you said, like I'm not feeling like I'm ready for the rejection. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been tough for her. It has been. This is like really tough for her. She doesn't have it in her right now for the I don't know why. I don't know why, but I feel like to her it's feeling like, yeah, I feel like it's like, even though it's not her fault, right? Somebody passing, it's not her fault, but it's a form of a rejection to her. And it's taken a lot out of her. It's almost like she has, you know, the interesting thing about it, though, she doesn't have a fortress around her. She's holding herself within, but she doesn't have a barrier around her. I find that very interesting. So she's open to it, but she's not putting herself out there. So that's different, right? It's like, I'm open for it, but I don't want to get burned. I don't want to get hurt again. I really don't want to get hurt again. Like, she has great potential of having that relationship, but this is the thing that's holding her back, and she's afraid of it. I mean, she wants to celebrate it. She wants to have it, but she's really afraid of the moving forward. This is like really a big thing for her. Don't be afraid and just sing. I feel like for her right now, it's going to take her a little time. I really is. She's got too much that's going on. It's been too soon. I do feel like in her energy, though, that there will be someone that comes around her. And I do want to say it feels like it could be within months. That's a kind of a safe zone is what I want to say. So it would be someone that would come into her life. It feels like that's not threatening her. That doesn't make her feel like I have to be in a relationship or this is going to turn out in a certain way. And it almost like somebody comes into her life that will surprise her in the energy and she won't be looking for it, I want to say. Because it's all work. This is all work to her right now. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. But you're going to have to give her time because she's been through a lot and she's very guarded. Actually, I feel like in her energy, she's doing much better than what you would think with what you've said. It could be that. Yeah, exactly. Somebody who she doesn't expect. And all of a sudden she'll wake up going, wow, I really care about this person. And this could be a relationship. And I think that universe wants her to go into it that way, because if she thinks that it's going to be something that's serious where she can get hurt, then she's going to back down from it. And this way she won't have that. It's almost like she won't be looking. Yeah. Yeah, she will have one. Definitely. It will happen. It's just going to be in her timing, in the universe's timing. So give her some time. She's got some healing to do. Is she getting any kind of support for what she's been through? Because I feel like if she isn't, she needs to have someone. She needs to have someone that she can talk to and let it out with. And I don't feel like she's really doing that with someone that she can talk to. It's going to be important for her to be able to process, even if it's this friend, and that could be another door open to her trusting the friend, is someone that she can. Okay, good. She needs that. She needs to be talking with someone. Because I don't feel like it's just those two. That's okay. As long as she's talking with someone. I don't feel like it's just the two relationships that she's dealing with. I feel also that there's other things that kind of piled up with that as well. So she's put them all in one box together. Let's see. I got to do a naughty card. I didn't do a naughty card for her. For you. Change in perspective. Yeah, shit's getting real. She's changing her perspective. It's going to happen slowly. But yeah, again, she's changing. So she's coming to grips with it, but it's going to take her a little time. Yeah, it's changing. 4 cards in a row about change. So she's getting there. Okay, let's see. I guess that's it. Do I have everybody? Last call. If I missed anybody, let me know. Oh, yeah, there's some old past stuff that she's also working on that she's still trying to deal with. And it does feel like it's something with your relationship, something with her parental, like growing up. You're very welcome. All right. Did I get everybody? It's been an hour and 44 minutes. Is that it? I hope you all enjoyed, and give love to my guest that wasn't able to be here today. My guest could use the support, and I have a guest next week. Yes, I do. I have a fun guest next week. Yes, I do. Hold on, let me see. Next week, I know I have not. Oh, Tracy, do you want a reading? You're here. I forgot about you. Let me do a reading for you. Hold on. Let me look at something really fast. Yes, it is next week. Okay. All right. So I do channeling, and I haven't shared any of my channeling because it's my personal thing. Although I have been told that I need to share some of my channeling, so I'm going to probably put it on YouTube coming up soon. But I was on somebody else's show who's going to be on my show this week, who I did a whole channeling thing for their show. And I haven't shared it on my show, which he keeps telling me I need to. So my guest, though, is another channeler who I've met years ago through YouTube. We all meet each other through YouTube, and he's going to be my guest. So look forward to that. Don't feel bad. I'd be more than happy to do a reading for you, Tracy. Do you have a specific question? So look forward to it. I'm keep telling myself every day you're going to post some of the channeling that you've done. It's time to post it. So I will be doing that. Now I've committed. Let's see. What cards does Tracy need? Ooh, I think you need those cards. I will put it on there. I will do it. Moving. You're moving. Wow, you feel pretty calm. When I'm looking into your energy, I was looking to see, is there problems? Is there headaches? But you feel like overall you're handling the move very well. Like you're just methodically getting stuff done. And I feel a little apprehension from you, but I don't feel like it doesn't feel anything bad in the energy. Well, I wouldn't say that you're looking forward to it until I do it. Hot mess. You don't feel like a hot mess. You feel like you're doing pretty good overall in your energy, Tracy. I mean, you've got some worries going on in a subtle way, but you feel like you're pretty stable to what you usually are doing, other than you feel like you're preoccupied with details. But overall, you feel pretty, you feel pretty calm. That's really good. So in the energy, ooh, that's interesting. Huh. So I do feel like you're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of your comfort zone with this move. It feels like you're doing something. This move to me feels like it's going to challenge you in a way to dig deeper and to, I want to say, rely on people, because I feel like there's something within you that's independent and that you're not really trusting other people. Does that make sense to you? There's something within you in this move that's going to give you more power, you more strength, you more confidence in yourself, but it's going to come through somebody that you meet that's going to show you that you can be more vulnerable. Something to do with that. It's something within this relationship that's going to open you up into I feel like really coming into a deeper connection to the truth of who you are and to owning parts of yourself that you haven't wanted to own. Like there's parts of you that you're putting in a box on a shelf somewhere and you're not wanting to open it up and you're not wanting to look at it. And I feel like in this move, you're going to meet someone who's going to really help you to put it to rest or to come to peace with it. And I don't know, there's something within you that you're going to come to terms with, that you're going to be able to, I want to say, forgive yourself or forgive something. There's something about forgiving something. But I need to get more clarity because I don't really understand what it is, and I don't know that I'm supposed to. But it's like you're going to do some serious healing. There's going to be some serious healing. And there's going to be somebody who is going to be very instrumental in this healing. And it's going to give you so much power. So much power. It's going to help you to kind of reflect. And I want to say that whatever this situation is, it has to do with a man that has been in your past that you're going to be able to kind of forgive. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. There is going to be a specific somebody who you are going to meet who is going to open you up and is going to help you, which I find very interesting because you said, I know a man is involved in all this as well. And you said single with kids. So there you go right there. You've got definitely, not that the father of the kids or anything like that is the one that you're going to work on, but there's definitely someone who is going to help you when it comes to healing. For sure. There's some healing, deep, deep healing that is going to happen through this move. I'm not really feeling any problems with the surgery. I'm feeling like the move is really going to, again, rebel, right? You're going to stand up and say, hell no, I'm taking my life back. You do you. This is you right now. This is all about what you're going to be doing. You are going to have someone who's going to really help you to see a part of you that you haven't met in a long time. And you're going to reunite with that part of you. 2 times. Oh, wow. There's a man here that's something going on there with that healing of a man. So I'm not sure if it's connecting with, no, it doesn't feel like there's something about a man that's going to be very significant in this move. This move is going to make a whole new you. I feel like this is a good move for you. It's going to wake you up in so many different directions. It's going to have so many healing effects for you. You're going to have some kind of real like aha moments when it comes to a part of you that you've shut down, and it's going to open that up again. And really, this is like you're going to be the rebel of your life. You're going to be like on top of the world again because you're going to meet that part of you that's going to give you the strength. No, you may. I'm not picking that up though. This is about the healing. This whole move, at least right now in your energy, and you're actually getting there, is really going to give you the power you need, the healing, and this is all going to be about healing a deeper part of you that maybe you haven't even realized is dormant. That calmness is even going to become even more calm. It's a lot of healing, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of overcoming. So I feel like it's a good one. No, yeah, I don't see that in your energy right now. I feel like this is going to be more about the work that you're going to do for yourself, Tracy. This is more of inner work for you. At least in the interim, that's what I'm feeling about this move. Let me do one thing real quickly. Hold on, we put these cards away. Let me do one thing I want to check on real quickly. You know, there's some man. I keep reading what I felt and what you say. There's something you're missing when it comes to. Do you have father issues? Some man, your father just came to my awareness. Something, some healing in that realm, somebody in your past. I don't think it was your husband's. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a domineering energy, Tracy. Yeah, it's not really answering my question. Because I wanted clarity on who the man was, and it's just somebody who you think about and you go around and around and around. So you there's something that you're going to have either a deeper understanding or a deeper awareness of that will help you in the healing process of some relationship that you've had that you need still a little more clearing on. What did I do with those cards? Anyway, here they are. All right. Well, I guess that's it for now. I will see you guys next time. See you next Thursday. I'm pretty sure this, next Thursday though, my guest is from Australia. So I will be doing my live at 8:00 in the morning, and it will be Friday in his time at 6:00, I think, or 8:00 his time. Anyway, I'm doing Australia time. You're welcome, Tracy. I hope that helps. I don't know who the man is, but I do feel like there's a male, very strong male energy. So anyway, that will be interesting. I have to, glad I remember that. I'll post that this weekend. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great weekend. And thank you all for being here. And I will see you next time. Bye.